Welcome back to another episode of Junk with Junior. Going back in time today. No EFI fuel injection stuff going on here. 1929 Model A. So this was my dad's car. And as you know from the recent video, he had been fighting some cancer and stuff. Well, he actually passed away February 2nd. And, this is one of the cars that he had. And it was one of those cars that he had wanted forever. Model A's were always cool to us. And when he had heard he was diagnosed with cancer, he had finally decided he wanted to get a Model A. Definitely a bucket list kind of thing, but my dad wanted one and he finally got it. So he got it and drove it around town for a little bit and would load up mom and the grandkids and they would go get ice cream downtown. That was his thing with this car. But it didn't take him long, and his decline in health, he didn't have the strength to drive the car because it's a pretty brutal car to drive, mechanical clutch, brakes, and steering. It's a bit of a handful. It takes a little muscle, and he couldn't do it. So throughout his sickness, he wanted me to use the car. He's like, oh, take that thing and drive it. Y'all need to have some fun in it. So one thing he always asked me to do was drive the car to church on Sunday. He says, park that thing next to that red brick church. That'll look cool out there sitting next to the curb when people drive by. So that's what I always did. We always drive the car to church. If it's crappy weather, we'll leave it here. But when the weather's right, this is what we're driving to church on Sunday. It's just a cool car. We love riding in it. And I can really connect with my dad when I do get to drive it. But as I put some miles on it, it does need a few upgrades. And I've got two of them, and they are first class kind of parts. So got a hold of a company called CW Moss out in California that has some really cool Model A parts if you guys need anything. First up, the standard radiator cap actually leaks a little bit on this car. As it gets warm, when you're cruising down the road, there's an overflow tube inside of the radiator. But let me pull this cap off here so you can see it. And it's just, over the years, whoever's had this thing, somebody dropped it or something, there's no gasket inside the cap. So therefore, it's going to leak. Well, down in there, there's that little tube there. So that's the overflow tube to actually, spill out on the ground if it's over full. Well, it doesn't have a gasket, so it doesn't seal for it to go out the overflow tube, and it spits out and goes down the hood and hits the windshield and makes a mess of the entire car. Drives me crazy. So Ventique Inc. is one of the parts lines that CW Moss carries, and this is a quail. It's not a duck or a goose, it's a quail, also known as a Thermo quail. So when we install this on the car, get rid of this box here, this will be the view of the back of the quail when you're sitting inside the car. In that tube right there, that glass tube, sorry if I can get this thing to focus, is a thermometer. So you can see the red mercury rise in it as it gets hot. And there's a little window that you can see there. You want it to be right in about the middle of that. Now it's going to fluctuate a little bit, but if it gets all the way to the top past that window, you're running hot. So we've got to get that installed. And another thing, this is a reproduction horn. It's a classic Ooga horn that we all know, but it doesn't sound perfect. It goes out of adjustment rather quick, and when you're driving a car like this, you have to honk that horn all the time because people love them. So with it going out of adjustment, it's brutal to adjust that thing. So once again, CW Moss, they have an actual Sparton horn. So this is the real deal. Now, this horn, that's the original style tags that Sparton would have had on these horns, and it's marked 6 volts over here. Well, in the instructions, it tells us that it is not a 6-volt horn. It's indeed a 12-volt horn. They just put that tag on it so that it looks correct. This car's already been converted over to 12 volts. So if you put a 6-volt horn, original Ooga horn, on these cars with a 12-volt system, they wind up really fast and they just don't sound right. That's not the sound that we're going for. So really cool that the way they make this one to be period correct with the label on it, but it's a 12-volt motor inside it. So it's, going to be the correct Ooga sound that we're looking for. So let's dive into this thing, figure out this thermocoil cap, get it set on there, get our horn mounted up. We might have to run some new wires too. We'll check the connections on that. And then it's going to be time to go for a test drive and check out our thermocoil and make sure that it's accurate. So the thermocoil just spins on. It's not a push and twist cap like all the modern stuff. They're a really fine thread. It's like a 1.25 inch size, something like that. But this spins on, and it's got that really thick gasket in there, so I imagine it's going to have some pretty good crush to it. I was a little bit concerned how this stuff goes because I don't want it to tighten up in the wrong spot. So we're going to have to muscle that thing around there. And then when we do get it adjusted to where the Quail is pointing straight forward, obviously for maximum aerodynamics. There's a little set screw right there that we tighten down, and that goes down just past the threads, so we're not going to damage anything. And we just snug that up, not tight at all, snug, just to keep that Quail nice and straight. Well, I'd say that's about as straight as we are going to get it. Perfectly aerodynamic. Has to add at least 2 miles an hour to this car. So now that that is on there and tight, we can come around here on the back side and snug up this little Allen screw, that set screw I was telling you about. Not tight, just snug. We don't want to damage that radiator cap flange on there. So that's all we're doing right there. Minimal torque. So now that our Thermo Quail is installed, you might ask, well, if that set screw's tight on the back, how are you ever going to be able to check the coolant in this thing? Pretty neat the way this thing works. Twist it back this way, flips right over, has a nice O-ring seal in there so we don't have to worry about it spraying everywhere all over the hood. Really nice quality piece. And this is not a junk aluminum, you know, repop casting situation. This thing is heavy. It must be made of brass or something like that because it's a really stout quality piece, but what a looker. Well, that went on there pretty nice, and I must say it looks correct having that screen on it. The only thing I had to do was add another wire and tie it into a ground wire that's already there coming off the frame, because the old horn was just a single wire. It was a self-grounding unit which goes through the headlight bracket. Not the best of setups, but hey, it'll get you by. Now that we got the real deal, it's a 2-wire horn hookup, so that means we got to try one thing here and make sure she's got an ooga to her. Oh yeah, that is perfect. All right, so let's load up, strap on a camera so we can keep an eye on that Thermo Quail and see what kind of temperature we get out of this thing. We don't know exactly what temperature it's going to be because there's not a scale on it, so it just gives you that little window. We're going to make sure we're you know, registering in that mark and working like it should be. And it's always a good night to go for test driving the Model A. All right, Thermo Quail installed, check. Brand new Sparton Uga horn, check that too. 2 really nice parts installed on this car, parts that it needed, and they're definitely original, if not better than original quality. Huge thanks to CW Moss for having those parts available, that Thermo Quail from Vintage Inc. and the Sparton Uga horn, which is a real 12 volt, so that's exactly what we need these days on these cars. And just hope the old man's proud of, you know, smiling down on me as I'm driving this car around. It'll always be his. But little things like that, he always liked to have every little nitpicking thing done on the car so they're 100% ready to go. Cool little accessories like that. And I know I'm making him proud by cruising this thing around, getting it dialed in just the way he'd want it to. So I really wish he was here to drive with me, but he's looking down on us right now, smiling from ear to ear. So this one's for you, Dad. Driving your Model A, 1929, almost 100-year-old car, by the way. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching Junkie with Junior. We will see you next time.